What's going on, everybody? You are now tuned in to the Triple M Boxing Channel, your source for all y'all boxing needs. And this Saturday, man, god damn, Saudi Arabia is doing it big. Doing it big.
5v5.
The 5v5, man, week after week, they're just throwing some banger fight cards, man. And this fight card specifically, it's going to be crazy because we got more heavyweights than our boy Bivol going down, man. But let's go over this fight card, yo.
It's an amazing fight card, man. Frank Warren versus the Queensberry promotion versus Matchroom Boxing. So Eddie Hearn. So they got their 5 against the other 5, man. And I think it's just a start. These two promoters used to never work together. Shout outs to His Excellency Turkey for making all of this happen, man. He's done a lot for the boxing community in the past, year?
Yeah.
He's made everything happen. From Ngannou to Fury, Ngannou, AJ. We just saw Fury, Usyk. We were about to see Bivol, Beterbiev. We're about to see Crawford. And who knows, man? There's rumors. Mexico versus USA. Turkey again. You never know. But, man, first and foremost, shout out to Turkey for making this happen. But, yeah, 5v5. Start off with Hutchinson versus Craig Richards. That's a good light heavyweight fight to start it off. And then Austin Williams and Hamza Giraj. But let's focus more on the last 3/4 fights because that's what I really want to touch on. Nick Ball versus Raymond Ford for the title. That'll be featherweight title, man. That'll be a good one. As you know, coming off of a win against Ray Vargas, it was a great win. And I think this one is a good platform for him, coming from Day of Reckoning to now, getting a shot at arguably what the second or third biggest card put on by Turkey. So it'll be a good opportunity for him, for both fighters.
Yeah, these guys are quick too, man. So it's going to be just a firecracker of a fight, And the next one, we got the big boys. Our boy Dubois versus Hrgovic. This fight, I'm excited for, man.
I agree. It'll be the heavyweights, man. This is the start of the heavyweight fights. But one thing that's not for sure yet, we don't know if the IBF title is going to be on the line. Because as you know, Usyk just requested a like an extension for his belt, and I think he got it. I think it was approved. I'm not too sure yet. I got to double check, but I'm hoping that it's approved. You know what I mean? I want it to be for all the belts when they do the rematch again, but that's besides the point. So if we don't get that title fight, we still get a crazy fight in Daniel Dubois and Hrgovic. As you know, Dubois lost to Usyk, but he has come back since. Hrgovic I believe is still undefeated, so this will be a good one. It'll be fireworks, man. This one will be for the mandatory. So whoever wins will fight the winner of the rematch of Usyk versus Fury, if they keep the belt. So it'll be a good fight to watch.
I agree, man. What do you think is the keys to victory for this one, for Dubois?
Man, Dubois a great body shot puncher. I think he should invest in the body. As we know, he did that against Usyk. Low blow. But that's the strength, man, especially for a heavyweight. Hrgovic has a great jab. He moves really well. Power-wise, not the most powerful heavyweight, but at the end of the day, this is the heavyweight division. You don't really need that much power. Your weight will carry that power for you. So I think it's just whoever gets hurt first, man. That might be it. But Daniel, I'm leaning towards a close Hrgovic wins. He's just gonna win by activity as long as he can avoid those big punches, man. But
I agree with you there, man. Hrgovic, his stamina and pace, as long as he's able to maintain that throughout the whole fight.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think it's going to be either a late stoppage by Hrgovic or just a decision. Because the thing with Dubois, he's dangerous early, but Hrgovic's jab, man, his movement, his counter punching, I think that's going to carry him to victory in this fight here.
Yeah. Again, the winner we'll get to be the mandatory. Doesn't mean they have to fight, but I guess it's one step ahead. So, but before we go to the main event, I think there's the co-main. I'm not too sure where they're gonna put the Bivol fight, but as we know, this was supposed to be the Bivol Better Biev main event, but Better Biev got hurt, so Bivol said, "Man, he just wants to defend his belt. He's gonna face Malik Zinad for his title, man." I don't know much about Malik, to be honest with you, but I do know. All I know is he's going to be dangerous. Number one is because he is a last minute replacement. It's been, what, 2-3 weeks since Better Biev got hurt. Bivol had all the. He could have just said no.
Yeah.
And just trained until Better Biev is good, but he wants to stay active. So kudos to Bivol for still fighting, still getting his exposure, and still getting his rounds in. Yeah, like I said, I don't know much about Malik, but all I know is Bivol is a true professional. He will not overlook this fella, and I expect Bivol to win a clear decision, or possibly, I'm hoping, by knockout. So at least it gives us a little bit of excitement for the if there's going to be a fight with Better Biev.
Do you think you'd be able to knock him out, man? Bivol, for me, it seems like Bivol, he's happy with just winning with decision, winning by decision, no problem, which is okay.
But I agree. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the decision, but his last fight against, what's his name? The bald guy. His last fight, he could have won by knockout. He dropped him a few times. He tried ending it at the end, but I think it was a little too late. For Bivol, man, people saying it's lack of power. I think he's just a little smaller, a small light heavyweight. Does he have the power? He doesn't have the knockout power, but he does have the volume. I just think that's just not him. He's just really just not a power puncher, but he's a great boxer, man.
Dude, master technician, man. Great defense. His combination's crazy, right? The one thing I do know about Zinad is I watched a few of his highlights earlier. He's a puncher, man.
Yeah.
Crazy puncher. And that could cause a problem for Bivol. But then again, Bivol fought elites already. He fought people like, Canelo, Ramirez, the last guy, right? They're all punchers. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, Bivol's... He's going to get knocked out, but lo and behold, look what happens against Canelo.
Yeah. Bivol's defense is elite. A lot of people, they don't realize how good his defense is. His high guard is probably the best in the game, but he complements that. Not only, he just doesn't go into high guard. It's not like Isaac Cruz. He complements that with his footwork. He has elite footwork. In and out is crazy. Maybe that's why he's not a knockout puncher, because he's there and he's not there. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't sit on his punches much. Although it's pretty, like, when you hear him do pads, it's pretty solid. But yeah, I agree. If Bivol is this fight, if you say he's an actual puncher in Malik, I believe this will get him just, prepared for Better Biev, because, hey, ain't nobody as powerful as Better Biev, man. So you got to prepare now. You can't fight someone that can't punch when you're going to fight the one that can punch, and possibly the one, in record, the one that has the most, not the 100% KO, right? So I think it's a good tune-up, stay busy fight. And like I said, I expect him to win probably every round. Hopefully get him out of there.
Man, you and me both. Now the last one. Well, potentially the last one. It might be the co-main, or it might be switched around. Who knows? Is it a main event?
This is the main event,
main one?
So as they should.
Right?
As they should.
They should, yeah, exactly. It's a 5v5, man. So the last one is Deontay Wilder versus Zheili Zhang, Big Bang Zhang. Man.
I will bang you.
Come on.
Man, I can't wait for this fight. Man, this fight will be good for 4 rounds, man. That's it, bro. That's what I'm telling you. And I'm not, so hate, no nothing, man. We watched Wilder fight. He can box until around 12. We know that. Zhang, we know for sure, man. I hope he gets the stamina up, but I think and I know both of these guys are training for a knockout. They have to. Number one, Deontay Wilder has knocked out pretty much everyone, except for Fury and Joseph Parker. Same with Zhang, bro. These guys are big boys. They both lost their last fight against the same guy.
Yep.
I they're both hungry, and I know they both need to win in a knockout fashion, just so they can get back in that conversation of having big fights. But what do you think of this fight?
I think it's 50-50. And the reason why is because, man, in their past fights, they have conditioning issues, man. They have
Yeah,
cardio issues, like you said, it'll be a good first 4 rounds. And after
yeah.
that, it's just going to be like old heads fighting at the park.
Whoever's it's the battle of whoever doesn't get hit and whoever can punch you more will get
Right?
tired.
But if I were to put some money on this, which we most likely will, I would have to give it to Zhang. Reasons why he's from his past fight, he seems more technical because compared to like Wilder, he just has his right hand. He doesn't pump the jab as much, mind you. Zhang doesn't do as much either, but compared to Wilder, I think Zhang has the upper hand in my opinion. But again, these are heavyweights. All it takes is one good cross, one good punch, and then it's over, right?
Yeah,
But I have Zhang winning this fight, man.
Knockout?
It's either a knockout because someone got hit or knocked out because they're just gassed out. Who knows?
Hey, man. I mean, I'm hoping there's going to be a knockout in this fight. I'll start with that. Yeah. These two, Deontay Wilder is known for his knockout power. It was really sad that he didn't even get dropped with Joseph Parker. Zhang dropped Joseph Parker. He just didn't finish Joseph Parker. That was the two difference, when they fought the same guy. But I'm with you, man. I think skill-wise, Zhang is levels above Wilder. We all know that. Wilder, as good as a puncher as he is, skills weren't there. We're never there. He always wins his fight by, landing that punch. But he has enough skill to actually land that punch. We got to remember. Tyson Fury took it. Except for one guy, it's Joseph Parker. Well, we can't judge one fight off of the 40 that he had. He knocked those guys out, right? And number two, Zhang weighed in about 280, 290 his last fight against Joseph Parker. Wilder weighed 217, 220.
Damn.
So this guy, Zhang, assuming he goes a little lighter, still probably going to have at least 60 to 80 pounds come fight night.
Yeah.
And we know what Fury did to Wilder to get him tired. Not going to say Zhang's going to do it, but I think it's a great idea. It's to smother his punches and lean on him for the first few rounds to get that power off. But I see Zhang being a little too big. A bit more technical. He knows how to set up his punches. And I just see him catching Wilder, man. A little early, which is sad. But, hey, if I were to put my money, I got Zhang by KO within 6.
Ooh.
Within 6. Now, mind you, though, if he drops Wilder and Wilder keeps on getting up, might be a long night for Zhang after 6. Reason why is because Wilder's been digging deep. Pretty much the last 5 fights that he had, 3 with Fury. He dug deep against Parker, but he was throwing punches until the bell ended around 12, right? So if Wilder can weather the storm early, and he has a tired Zheili Zhang in front of him, because Zhang doesn't punch when he's tired, and we watched his last fight, man, and that's the best chance of catching Zhang. And if he catches Zhang, man, if he catches anyone,
yeah, it's night.
Put your money where your mouth is. It's night for most of them. So it'll be an interesting fight. But like I said, if I were to put my money on it, Zhang within 6.
I like that, man. We're gonna play some nice parlays this weekend, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun time. I just love watching heavyweights fights because it can be anyone's fight. Like, in all honesty, it's 50-50, right? But
Zhang can win 12 rounds, and Wilder hits him the last 10 seconds of round 12, and it's over, man. That's why we watch heavyweight boxing.
Exactly, man. It's gonna be crazy. So let us know what you guys think, man. Do you think Bivol's gonna take Zinad? Do you think Wilder's going to take Zhang? Dubois, Hrgovic, who's gonna win? Who's gonna come out on top, man? So let us know in the comment section below your comments. It makes me laugh reading some of these ones. And until next time, guys, we are the opposite of in, which is out.
Peace.